All right, folks. Ronnie Newhouser here. Just going to show you my rig for anyone who is interested. One of the reasons I want to show you this, I got this Gig Rig 2. I did get it a while back, but it really is an amazing piece. Why is it an amazing piece? Okay, a lot of you may already know, I don't know, but that right there controls all my effects in my amp channels with one step, just hitting one switch. So I really love this thing, and it's so easy to use. It's great. So you can see right back here, that's where all these effects over here are all patched into the Gig Rig. And right here, this set of numbers are going across here, are basically all the effects. And I can select on, so right now, let me go on to, right there I'm on channel 1. So when I have this on, I can just select anything that's in that patch bay to be on. So right now, I've got number 10 on, and that happens to be my reverb. So this is a really simple sound. I also have the clean channel of the amp on, and just a nice clean sound with a reverb. So if I go to 2, for example, you can see I have a number. This is also a clean sound. It has the clean channel on, and I have 3 effects on, which is reverb and 2 different delays. So basically, that's how it all works. You just select what you want. If I would go to like one of my dirty sounds that has a EQ, I have the wah-wah turned on for that. And what else do I have on there? An analog delay. So that's what's cool. But just, you step on the switch and all your sounds are there. And right here, you notice this right here. That means my amp channel has changed. That's the selection for that. So it is now on dirt. And I also actually have that other effect is right there is the OCD on for a little extra drive on that channel. So yeah, this thing is great. It really is. And the way I compose, I like the switch sounds kind of quick. So I don't want to do too much toe tapping. If I have to completely change sounds, right on the next quarter note, so this makes it so much easier. Okay, so the effects that I'm using. I do have the Bad Horsey wah-wah. That right up on the top right there is a Neo ventilator. That thing is awesome. You can get some kind of phaser sounds, but it has a great kind of Hammond organ kind of sound. It's just, I love it. Then I have the OCD pedal right next to that, which is distortion. I used to always, actually, I'd never used distortion pedals up until getting this to add a little kick to the amp that I'm using right now. I always like to use tube amps and the distortion coming from the amp itself. But this gives it a nice extra little bite. Not too crazy. Boss Octaver, here's some old pedals that I had for a long time. Boss Octaver, the Boss EQ right next to that. I usually use that for the dirty channel. Get a little more mids for a solo, for a solo. Sometimes I pump up the volume a little bit. Actually, I don't really have to do that because I can do the volumes all from here. And right here is your post gain. And that's what I use right there for my volume. So I'll just, on another dirt sound, like for instance, right now I'm on the lead sound, which is a little bit louder. I just back off on the dirty rhythm sound on the volume a tad. Then I have a digital delay Boss. And right next to that, an analog delay Maxon. Love that pedal. It's really awesome. And the Super Phaser right here from Boss. And the Moger Foger. I love this thing. It's a ring modulator. So you can also get like some kind of like vibrato sounds that are really cool. So I'll use it for that once in a while. But also you get these really cool robot sounds, which I actually heard. The first time I ever heard it was Wayne Krantz doing it, and I almost wasn't going to get it because it's so specific. And I said, well, Wayne's already doing that. But I was in a store maybe like a year later, and some kid was playing it, and he really was kind of miffed by it. So I said, well, let me just try it. I go, can I plug in and try it? And I started messing with it. And the thing that worked for me was to play a line and then try to copy the line, but put the ring mod sound on at that point. So it's kind of like a call and response. I kind of implant the melody in your head, repeat the line, and then it gets all crazy with the robot sounds. So you can really hear the phrasing. The phrasing takes over, and the ring mod. But yeah, so that's a really cool pedal. And of course, right there is just my delay. So I don't, excuse me, that's my reverb. So I'm not really using that many things, you know, but it's enough to get a nice array of sounds, especially if I start mixing a few of these things together. Like maybe the super phaser with an organ sound. That gets kind of almost like a watery sound. It's really kind of cool with some delays. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be using. Hopefully, we'll get out and play at some point again. But in the meantime, we are going to be recording and doing live videos from the studio, and I'm making some videos from here for you guys to watch. So hopefully that will take place soon. We are beginning rehearsals, and let me see. So the amp I'm using right now, just picked this up a little while ago. This is awesome. It's an old Rivera Knucklehead 55. And it's one of the older versions, which I hear are the ones to get. I've honestly never tried the other Knuckleheads. I know there's a Knucklehead with reverb on it and stuff like that, but everybody says that this is the one to get, and I just happened to stumble across one, and I really do love it. The amp's great. Nice, clean sound, great dirt sound. So far, so good. And here's the cabinet I'm using at the moment. It's a Bogner, obviously. So I have two 12s, two 10s on top, two 12s on the bottom. There's a cabinet, another Bogner cab on the bottom over here. It's two 12s, but I don't have it plugged in right now. Sometimes I run them together, but I'll probably this 210, 212 is probably going to be enough for me. So that's the amp I'm using right now. And that will be the rig for recording. I have a few CDs that I'm working on. Hopefully we can get those done. It's been really crazy, I'm sure, for all of you also. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'm probably going to do another video showing you some of the sounds and how I have it hooked up to the gig rig and the combinations, if some of you might be interested. So, yeah, see you soon. Signing out. Later.